All right, so we're back. Duplicate is one of the most essential functions inside of Metron. It helps you compose really quickly. You can grab grab a variation, copy it to a new one. You can grab certain data from a variation and move it over. It's super simple and really helpful. So just to show you what I mean, I'm going to bring up our sequence and I'm going to clear it out. And we're going to make a new sequence here. All right, so that's our new sequence. I want to copy this to variation B, and then I just want to change the kick drum pattern. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold duplicate. That's our copy function. This is where you can copy pretty much anything. You can copy a variation, you can copy a track, you can copy a page, and then you can move it to where you want. So I'm going to copy variation A. After I hit A, it'll tell me you copied variation A. Put it on B, I can continue to paste it. So now I've pasted it to every variation, right? So if I go through, the view doesn't change at all. We're still listening to A. The breathing LED means that that's the one that we're editing. So I'm going to go in and edit B, change up the kick drum pattern. You're not hearing anything change yet because we're still listening to A. And now I'm going to say go. All right, cool. So that's a really fast way to make like a B section out of existing data. So you just copy something over, move it over to here, say, okay, I want to change the kick drum pattern up, and then go for it. You can also copy tracks. So let's say I just want to copy this kick drum track and I want to put it back on A. So I'll say duplicate track. That's track 1. I'm going to move over to A, and now I'm just going to say paste. And now you can see I copied the kick drum data from C, put it on A. So if we go to A, it won't sound much different because I took the same kick drum data. You can also move pages around. So like say we want to make this a four page long pattern. We'll say pattern length, hit our page button, and that made us a 64 step pattern. But it didn't bring our data with us. That's why we do that duplicate pattern function I've shown a couple times. What we're going to do here is we're just going to copy our pages and move them over. So we can just say duplicate page 1, move over to 2, paste it, move over to 3, paste it, move over to 4, paste it. Now we've got all those pages moved around. We can even say I want to take page 1 from variation A, go into variation D, and paste it there. I want to go into variation D, page 3, paste it there. So you can just grab pretty much anything and move it around. We can also copy step data. So let's go into our hi-hats again and go to page 1. I'm just going to change this back to 16-step pattern so we can always see our cursor. And I'm going to say I want all of these to be bursts. Okay, so now we can copy step data. You can hear that I've got a burst going on here. If you want to check if you have bursts, you can just go into the burst mode, and these are flashing, meaning that I have a 2 burst here. So I want to copy these, and I actually just want to make this whole track bursts. So I can say duplicate, copy this step. It says I've copied step 13, and then I'm just going to apply that step data to all of the notes in this track. So then I'll just hit the track button. And now I've just got bursts all the way across. So I'll clear this out. We'll go to bursts again. We'll make these quick little ratchet at the end. And let's just say we want to just move this step over to these 4 steps. So we'll say copy that 1 step and then paste to these 4 steps. So as you can tell, there's tons and tons of stuff you can do with the copy paste functions, and you can get even deeper as far as just looking through the manual. You can copy variations to variations, variations to pages to tracks, pages to pages to tracks, tracks to tracks, and then steps to tracks or steps, as I just showed you. So that's another thing to experiment with and just kind of see what you can grab from different places and throw them around with the duplicate function. And it's a real fun way of just moving things around and just kind of experimenting with rhythm. So also in this video, I'm going to show clear and nudge. So let's just do that real quick. So to clear data, you can clear pretty much anything. It's the same logic. You just hold clear and then press whatever you want to clear. So if you want to clear a step of its step data, you know, obviously you can just turn steps on and off, but you can also do it with that. It doesn't really change anything. You can clear tracks. And we can also just go in and clear an entire variation just by holding clear and hitting the variation. Another thing we can do is, let's say page, we're going to go out to a 4-bar pattern here. We're on B, and I just want to clear page 3. So I can just say clear page 3. Page 4, 2, and 1 are all still intact, and now I can go in and make a custom page 3. So clear, really fast way if you just hate what you're doing or you just want to start over. If you want to just clear a track and just start from scratch, hold clear, press whatever you're trying to clear, it'll clear it. Nudge. So nudge is a way to move pattern data steps forward or backwards on the grid. So we can do entire variations. So if you've made something and you accidentally said, like, you're just really feeling it and beat 3 felt like beat 1 and you want to move it over, we can move an entire variation's worth of data. Or if you just want to see what a track sounds like nudged over a couple steps, you can do that too. So I'll show you what I mean real quick. Go through and make ourselves a pattern. I'm just going to clear this and start from scratch. And we'll do our hi-hat here. And say, you know, I actually wanted this hi-hat pattern to be more of like a downbeat kind of thing. So you just hold nudge, and then this is flashing to let me know that this is where I'm starting. And you can see this indicator here, nudge, left or right. These are now your nudges for individual tracks. So if you want to go forward, you just hit this button. We're going to move our hi-hat pattern forward in time. And now it's on the downbeats. I hold nudge again, I come back, and I'm back to where I was. This flashing indicator here just lets me know how far I'm moving. So it's just a little bit of a reference point there. Now you can also do this, like I was mentioning, to an entire variation. So let's just move this back here, get more of a crazy sound here. Or a complete sound, I guess I should say. It doesn't need to be crazy, right? And we're going to go through here and we're just going to nudge the entire pattern. So we'll just hold nudge and we'll move encoder 1. Now you can see this flashing indicator is letting us know where our beat 1 was, and we're moving it out. So our old beat 1 is now our step 5. So our beat 2. So this is just another way to just kind of experiment with things. Nudging is a super fun way to just kind of try new things out, especially with like hi-hat patterns or anything rhythmic. So we'll go through here and we'll make our pattern for our architect. And then we'll just nudge this pattern around. So it's a fun way to just kind of experiment with rhythm, move things around, and just see how it sounds. And that's basically duplicate, clear, and fudge. Duplicate, clear, and nudge. Duplicate, clear, and nudge. So yeah, thanks for checking that out. We're going to move on to pattern length in the next video. Thanks for watching.